Alrighty, this week we are doing something a little different. I was lucky enough to be included once again in the second annual Pennsylvania Outdoor Content Creators Meetup, held at Gifford Pinchot State Park in eastern Pennsylvania. This awesome 3-day event was hosted by Hemlocks to Hellbenders and sponsored by Explore York, PA. Now, this isn't your typical hike and talk video. Instead, I'll be introducing you to some of the incredible people behind the outdoor content you see across the Commonwealth. From writers and bloggers to YouTubers, photographers, and even an app developer, it's seriously a talented group, all coming together to share ideas, swap stories, and connect with the outdoors in a deeper way. You'll see a lot of familiar faces, many of whom we met for the first time at last year's event. And you'll meet plenty of new ones as well. Folks from the DCNR stopped by, we went on group hikes, had great discussions, and even caught a few tadpoles, some more successfully than others. We also got to check out van builds, test out gear, and enjoy some great conversations around the campfire. And shout out to Christian, who organized this entire event and also runs an awesome podcast. Be sure to check that out. And after watching the video, scroll down to the description and take a moment to support all the amazing creators featured here. Every one of them is doing something unique and passionate for Pennsylvania's outdoor scene. It was hands down one of the most fun and inspiring weekends I've been a part of, and I can't wait to take you along for the ride. Hey there, and good morning. Welcome back to an all-new episode of Maxim Outdoors. I am currently here in southeast Pennsylvania for quite possibly the biggest content creator meetup of 2025. So if you recall last year, I headed out to Pine Grove Furnace State Park to meet up with Christian, the owner of Hemlocks to Hellbenders podcast, for his meetup last year. He was nice enough to invite me once again for the second annual meetup. I guess he doesn't realize that my nickname is the Rainmaker, but we'll see what happens this week. This event brings together some of the most unique content creators throughout the Commonwealth, including vloggers, bloggers, authors, YouTubers, Instagrammers, and everything in between, even an app developer. So we're gonna try and talk to as many people as possible over the next 3 days. And my goal for this video is for everybody that watches this video, please go down in the bio, the description of the video, and check out some of these people's work, because they are doing incredible work out there. If you can, please give them a subscribe, a follow, buy a book. Trust me, any of that goes a long way. So please, after watching this video, go down in the description and check out some of these other creators. Over the next 3 days, you'll be seeing some faces that you recognize from the channel, some that you may not. We'll be checking out some custom vans, trivia, and even going to multiple presentations. Myself included will be doing one, so that should be interesting. And lastly, most of the creators are going to be staying at a group site here within Gifford Pinchot State Park. So we're gonna get there in about an hour, set up camp. We'll get to talking to some folks, and I just wanted to say thank you once again to Christian for setting up this event. Please, if you get the chance at the end of the video, go down into that description, like and follow as many of these creators as you can, buy a book, listen to one of their podcasts, whatever you can do to support these local creators. It would mean the world to me if you did that. So yeah, let's get back to the truck. We'll go set up, and I will see you at the group site. See you in a little bit. I finished up my early morning hike along the Beaver Creek Trail. Made it back to my truck and took a short drive over to Group Site C where we'd be staying for the weekend. I started to put up my tent and saw a familiar Subaru pull into the site. It was none other than Christian Alexanderson, host of the Hemlocks to Hellbenders podcast, and he's going to tell you a little bit about this amazing event.
So this is the 2025 Pennsylvania Outdoor Content Creators Meetup. The whole purpose of the Content Creators Meetup is to bring YouTubers, podcasters, different kind of content creators, travel writers, bloggers, vloggers together to kind of like network, make friends, maybe plan trips, create content, and kind of celebrate our public land. I couldn't find anything like this around in our Commonwealth, so I was like, I have to organize it. I have to put everything together. This year we have 24 content creators from all over the Commonwealth. People are driving 3-4 hours to get here, and we're gonna have a great weekend of networking, of hikes, guest presentations, special guests that are gonna be showing up, and I'm really excited for this. I love that Bill's come for his second year, and I hope he keeps coming for many more years. And a big thanks to Explore York, PA. They're the sponsors of the event. They were able to make sure that the tickets were super cheap, so we're really fortunate for them and the other local businesses that kind of partner together with us to be able to hold this event this year.
Cool, awesome. Go check them out as well. Thanks. After setting up camp, I made my way over to the group pavilion where I caught up with some familiar faces and met a few new ones. We filled out our name tags, took a moment to introduce ourselves, and were handed some awesome goodie bags to kick things off.
Big friends with people from the meetup since last year. And creators, so that's really great. That's exactly.
From there, we set out on our first group hike of the weekend, excited for the adventures ahead. And of course, as you guessed, it rained. All right, well, we got our goodie bags. We all got checked in. We did a little meet and greet session, and now the group is heading out, and we are doing a little hike here along the lakeside trail, but some beautiful views of Pinchot Lake. We're kind of just making this up as we go. And then after this, we'll go back to the Sunnyside Pavilion, get a little dinner before heading back to camp and calling it a night. Some nice views of Pinchot Lake off to my right. I said it in a video that I shot earlier, but this area right now is just wildflower bonanza. Everywhere you look, there's a burst of color. You got purples, yellows, blues. Seen a ton of bluebells today, meadow ruse. It's just been a incredible trip out here in eastern Pennsylvania when it comes to seeing wildflowers. So we're gonna continue on here. Of course, I'm in the very back as always, but we'll go catch up with the group and maybe chit chat with a few other creators here before it gets dark. All right, well, we are just about to wrap up our little moody, rainy hike alongside Pinchot Lake. We're gonna head back to the pavilion and grab some dinner. So come along with us.
It's weird when
So there's lots of different reasons why you want to have multiple different ways that you're accessing your audience and monetizing that. So that if you do lose access to one, you still have the others.
It's interesting how the landscape has changed over the years. But I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about over the course of that time, some of the things I've learned as far as doing different things and all that.
Alrighty, well, we just wrapped up dinner. We sat through a few presentations, and our next stop of the day is going to be a vernal pole hike with a naturalist, I believe. So yeah, we're gonna get moving on down the road, do another hike before heading on back to the campground. But it's just been an excellent day, an excellent event. Thank you again, Christian, and I will see you on the trail as we go and check out some vernal pools. So yeah. right, here we are at the next stop.
I've been here at Pinto for almost 20 years, so I've been doing this job for a while. All my years have been here at Pinto, early 1950s. And so the Commonwealth bought that acreage, winter snow and ice or rain from the early spring.
After dinner, we took a short drive to explore a nearby vernal pool with Elizabeth from the DCNR, who was incredibly informative. The hike itself was quick, but really rewarding. You get to learn what a vernal pool actually is and see how these unique ecosystems work. Well, we are making our way around a vernal pool. Some folks are catching tadpoles with their little nets. Learned a lot. Everybody seems to be having a good time. Haven't got poison ivy yet, but the night is still young.
Oh, wow.
We got to explore the area, look for signs of life, and even had the chance to catch a few tadpoles. Just remember, you gotta get into the leaves to find them.
Look at all the really tiny ones and then a couple of the big ones.
That's wild.
You gotta get into the leaves. That's the trick. You gotta
get it.
We wrapped up our vernal pool hike just as a storm started to roll in.
No, I'm in the Europe.
We hustled back to the group site, got a fire going, and, in true rainmaker fashion, I came prepared this year with a canopy. So, even though the skies opened up, we stayed dry, shared some laughs, and even squeezed in a fun little trivia session before calling it a night.
Seneca Nation, one of the tribes of the Iroquois Confederacy.
All right, well, before we get down to the pavilion, I passed on by this tiny old looking cemetery at least 5 times yesterday, and I have a few minutes to spare here, so I figured we would stop in here and check this old relic from the past out. Check out all the May apples just taking this over, but yeah, this looks like an old one. See if maybe we could see a date or two. These are very, very weathered, as you can see. This one is kind of legible here. Wow. 1776. In memory of Jacob Stickle, January 2nd, 1776. Aged 53 years and 12 days. Wow, this might be one of the older cemeteries I have ever stumbled upon. I'm glad I stopped here. In memory of Michael Jaco, born November 20th, I can't really make that out. And it looks like he lived to 1846. Wow. Definitely an interesting little spot here that I didn't even have plans to check out today. Glad I did. Elizabeth. Looks like 1841, 68 years. You got this guy just leaning up on a tree here. This looks to be in the best shape. In memory of Susan Stickle, who was born December maybe, 1809 till 1826. All right, so wanted to show you this real quick. We'll head on down to the pavilion and we'll grab some coffee, but yeah, interesting little stop here along the way. Also, if you're planning on visiting an old cemetery like this, or any cemetery in general, just please be respectful. Watch your step. A lot of these stones that you see all throughout here are actually grave markers, even though you can barely tell. But yeah, just if you come out here, treat it with respect. Some of these graves are almost as old as as America, believe it or not. But yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. Be respectful, guys. Leave no trace.
To get that.
Yeah, it's the Breville Barista Touch. If you want to.
We have a pour-over system, but I mean, you know.
The great presenter yesterday, and this will be going to Bill.
Ah, cool.
It's supposed to be on Wednesday, and there's no tracking yet.
Really?
After leaving the cemetery, we grabbed some coffee, picked up a few stickers, had some good conversations, and then set off on another group hike. This time, out to Boulder Point, along the shores of Pinchot Lake.
Our group leader.
Yeah, well, you know, hike on established trails.
Scared me. Just made her whole year.
So, hey, Mayapple. That's the only one I know now.
I didn't know about that either.
Yeah, there's fruit you can eat on the bottom of it.
All right, we are starting our first hike of the day, and as I said yesterday, you were going to see some familiar faces that you've seen in some other episodes, and look who we found here. You want to tell them about your channel?
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Sarah. My channel is the Hiking Outdoor Family channel. Do all kinds of hiking, kayaking, national park stuff, so check me out on YouTube if you get a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. She does a lot of stuff out in eastern Pennsylvania. She just got back from Shenandoah, so check her channel out, give her a subscribe, and I'm sure she'd be really grateful if you did that. So. Thanks. All right, well, from familiar face to familiar face, you guys probably recognize this guy, Jason. We have been on quite a few adventures over the last year. I actually met him at last year's event, but I'm gonna let him talk and tell you a little bit about his channel. So
yep, year number 2, the PA Outdoor Content Creators. So my channel is Too Much Gear Guy, as some of you may know, may not know, but if you don't, go check out the channel. It's absolutely comical at times, but also ridiculous because of the amount of gear that I have and amount that I review. So appreciate it if you go and check it out, subscribe. If you have questions, comments, or interest in a piece of gear, I probably have it, so feel free to check it out.
So yeah, do me a favor and go check out his channel. He does great work, great guy, and we're always planning something.
Yeah,
so
can't wait for the next hike too.
Yeah.
That's when we go on.
This won't be the last time you see us together, that's for sure.
One, two, three. Fun one on. 1, 2, 3. All right, stay there.
My arms just flew out.
All right, 1.
He doesn't limit.
Together, so I think all these sort of I was
All right, another hike in the books. We are gonna head back to the pavilion, hang out for a little bit. I think we have a presentation coming up within the hour, but I plan on talking to a few other of the creators. So if you wanna meet some new folks, stay tuned.
For Parks and Forestry. So he has Bureau of Forestry, Bureau of State Parks, and the Facilities Design and Construction, which is really cool engineering and design group. And Larissa Newton is our kind of influencer. She's
Take it away.
I'm Brett. I run the Adventure Otaka YouTube channel, which is primarily a kayaking channel. Big kayak on the roof of my van. This is the van. I do about 3 months a year in the van. This is the biggest sprinter van that there is. So it's the 170 long wheelbase, but it's also extended. So it's got 2 extra feet behind the back wheels. And it was self-built. It's not a factory-built van, and it's super simple. And like my key for this is that You don't need $100,000 to have a van. My van I bought used, it was 2 years old, it had 70,000 miles on it, and it was $31,000, and the build was about $8,000. So sub $40,000 you can be in a van doing cool stuff. So come on in. Yeah. And so the seat that he's in, that you're in, is a swivel seat, and it really opens up the space. And then it's opposite our kitchen table.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that also spins around. We have a couch primarily for our dogs. And so when we built this van, we added a couch. Inadvertently, that opened up a ton of storage underneath. And then past that is kitchen. So there's a propane hookup for a bigger propane tank under here. And I just use a regular camp stove, a propane camp stove. And instead of running water, we have the Dometic, the super popular Dometic rechargeable faucet, which goes to a 2.5 gallon jug down here. And then more storage up above. And then behind me is bedroom. And so down here is bedroom for the dogs. And behind me is bedroom for me and my wife. It's a queen size bed. We don't build it, take it down, any of that. We pull into a campsite or wherever we're spending the night and it's ready to go.
Good to go.
Yeah. And then power up here, an off the shelf Goal Zero unit, which will charge laptops and GoPros and drones and run all of our lights and our fan and all that stuff. Works really well, relatively inexpensive. We don't have a bathroom, we don't have a shower, it takes up too much space. It then creates, you need water tanks for gray water and black water. We don't have a refrigerator freezer. We have 2 Yeti coolers. This is deep storage. This freezes everything. Yeah. And this is what I need to get into today.
Gotcha.
So that I'm opening this up as little as I have to.
Awesome.
Yeah. And that's our van.
Well, I appreciate you showing us around again. That was a very in-depth review of this awesome van. Yeah.
I've talked about this van a lot, so it's easy.
Well, thank you. You want to mention your channel?
Yeah, Adventure Otaku, and it's all about getting people active in the outdoors.
Yeah, he does some incredible wilderness medication.
I do wilderness medicine. I teach wilderness medicine for Knowles, and it's about getting started kayaking, getting started hiking, stuff like that.
Yeah, so give him a subscribe, and I'm sure you'll make this guy happy, right?
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Be able to do it. And I look at it and go, I feel like that.
I'll
have
sacrifice the double swivel to get the coolness factor out of it.
And I've seen.
All right, so we just checked out Brett's 2019 van. We're gonna go back in time here and hang out with Mike for a few moments. He has a 1988 Chevy van, right?
Chevy G20.
Check this thing out.
Top.
Pretty new, right?
Pretty rare.
Just got this recently, right?
Just got it about a month ago.
Yeah.
It's got 30,000 miles on it.
That's incredible.
So, yeah, it's in fantastic shape. There's no rust on it. Wasn't used very much, so. On in. So, the cedar walls are new, obviously.
Yeah.
Put those up, and then we put this cool ceiling up, just vinyl tiles.
Yeah.
And the plan is to plank from here and then on the other side of the same area down to here to build out the cabinets, and then kind of cross this over with lights that just show this underneath the wood with openings, and then build the bed just like Dapper's was. And my bed might be a little different. My plan is to do 2 bench seats that turn into a bed, so that way if I don't want to use a bed, I still have the bench seats.
Bench here, and then you can have a little table or yeah. So where's the coffee machine gonna go?
I mean, right now it's sitting on the floor, but the kitchen is probably gonna be right where you're standing.
Okay.
I did buy some cabinets and roughly spray painted them. They need another coat.
Yeah.
But after I'm done with that, they will be the center point of the kitchen. I'm gonna kind of build around those. So it's probably gonna come out to about right here, and probably go back to the wheel well there, and it'll just be sitting there. So this door will be the one that you won't really use anymore. It'll just be access from the other side.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the progress next year.
Yeah.
But we're already kind of planning some backpacking trips potentially for the trip, for the future. But,
for sure.
Yeah, but it'll be fun to see this van evolve over time. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the tour.
Absolutely. Thanks for checking it out.
Give a shout out to your YouTube again.
Yeah, I travel for coffee, the number 4. Going around to different cities, trying 4 coffee shops in each one of those cities, and kind of rating them, letting you know the best places to get coffee whenever you're out traveling around.
So give him a subscription, and I'm sure he will appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So, thanks,
yeah,
Mike.
if you love coffee, you love travel.
right, so we checked out Brett's van, 2019. We checked out Mike's van, 1988, and we are here with Roman, aka Dapper. He has another Chevy van, 1983.
1983 Chevy G20, nickname Stan the Dapper van.
Okay,
so
I dig
I'm
it.
a Dapper van man.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yep, so this is my 1983 Chevy G20 conversion van. So it's got the little bit taller roof on it, nothing like Mike's with the high top, but what I really like about this is kind of like the color combination of it.
Yeah.
When I saw this thing on Facebook Marketplace, I'm like, well, this is the one for me. So something about me, I love that old school, like nostalgic look, and then really like the color combination sold me on it. It has its quirks, and that's what I kind of like about it. In the front here, it's got junkyard seats. They're blue, so cover them up with some nice blankets. You got your motor oil and engine coolant because a 83 Chevy always needs a little bit extra. In the back here, in the living space, I'm probably about 80 to 85% built out right now.
That's sweet.
But, yeah, I did a, it's called a short queen. So it's an RV size queen mattress on it. It's nice because it's got plenty of room. I went a little bit different up top here with some cabinetry. I just did some curtains up there on a elastic cord, so I can easily get into them, but it kind of holds everything up there. And then I'm a big fly fisherman.
Love that.
So
that was the first thing I noticed.
Went in and these are just Berkeley fly rod or fishing rod holders, and I got them hooked here. So if I find a stream or a river, I can quickly stop and get a line in the water.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, it's got leaks. It's got its own personality.
Do you think you could beat Mike in a race?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Just based off of driving skills too, I think I got. And then if it's a nice summer day and I just want to lounge out, talk about mustaches with people, they can come in here and ask me questions about my mustache. So
cool.
That's the perks of it.
Well, thanks for the tour, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, man.
But yeah, he also has a YouTube channel. You want to get a little...
So I'm the Dapper Hiker on all social media, so YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So
yeah,
follow me along on my journey. I'm a fly fisherman, hiking, backpacking, and then now getting into the van life stuff. So
check him out. He might be coming out with that race video against Mike.
Yep, we're gonna. Yeah, maybe we'll do this in the state park here.
Yeah.
We'll get a race video going. So.
All right. Well, thanks.
All right, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
So when the quilt came out, changed the entire game.
Alrighty, so hopefully you guys all enjoyed those van tours. Do me a favor and leave me a comment down below and tell me which van you would want to own the most out of those three. And please go check out their channels. So for the rest of the day, we have a few more presentations. We're also going to be sitting through a beginner's guide to fly fishing, which I am looking forward to because I am probably the world's worst fly fisherman. So a little bit more action here on day number 2 of the meetup, and then we'll head on back to camp. Hopefully the weather stays like it is now. We'll have a nice little campfire, and that'll wrap things up here. So yeah, a little bit more coming from day 2, so stay tuned.
Conservation, that's my real job at the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. These bugs come back. Babs Creek up in the... If I bring my rod tip all the way here, where's the line go? Yes, we don't roll to the absolute part. A little bit longer. That's why.
Oh, I hit the camera.
Pretty good. After YouTube, I'm like, you know, am I going to be a writer next? Am I going to be
You already are, though.
We have Rocky Ridge Park, which is home of Christmas Magic, which is a super cool place to visit.
Are you in pain?
Ow.
Ow.
That was a sound.
Okay, this is very complex. I'm gonna do a big figure 8.
All right, well, we're gonna head back to camp very quickly, grab some supplies. I just gave probably the worst presentation of all time, but big shout out to Brett. Adventure Otaku gave an excellent presentation on how to apply bandages if you screw up your ankle on the trail. So yeah, like I said before, go and check him out. we have one more presentation, and then I think we're all going to end up back at the group site. It is a beautiful day as of right now. It seems like it changes every minute, but yeah, I'm glad that is over. I am not a public speaker at all, but yeah.
There you go.
Let's go.
Enjoy that mic.
Testing.
You're on camera. This is official.
Alrighty, well, we talked to a few YouTubers so far today, and I met Trish here at the event last year. She recently just published a book. She's going to tell you a little bit about it. She also has an Instagram, so take it away.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram under coach_Trish, and I wrote a kid's book about healthy habits. It's all about how to start working on your health and wellness, and I encourage people to get outside as much as possible in order to do that. So go grab a copy. It's all about healthy living and working with your kids on that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go check her out on Instagram, and if you can, check out her book. Thanks.
Yeah.
Opportunities for you, and if you were from Jersey or some other state.
So the brands, the human power brands,
All right, back at camp, the sun is down, and we have saved the best for last. I met Tori at the 2024 meetup. Hopefully you could see her. The lighting conditions aren't the best, but she also has an Instagram, and I'm trying to talk her into doing some YouTube content, but yeah, take it away.
Hey everyone, my name is Tori, T-O-R-Y, Tori Talks Trails on Instagram. I also have a website, mytrailsaremany.com, where I talk about backpacking itineraries and outdoor adventure. And yeah, Bill has been convincing me about YouTube, and I love all his stuff, so thinking about doing more than shorts, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, there you go. Make sure to go check her out over on Instagram. She also just did a podcast with Christian, so
Yep,
if you haven't
that was
heard that
awesome.
already, go check it out.
And yeah, we work together at Independence
And the luminaries.
I'm actually... Well, good morning and welcome back to day number 3 of the second annual 2025 Pennsylvania Content Creator Meetup. It was a pretty chilly night. It went down into the low 40s. I honestly slept like a baby. Got up, packed up camp as you've seen, drove down the road. I'm currently standing upon Pinchot Dam overlooking the beautiful Pinchot Lake. So long story short, we are going to wrap this video up, but before we do that, I just wanted to say thank you once again to Christian for organizing this amazing event. I got to meet so many new awesome faces this year, as well as link up with a lot of folks that I got to meet last year. So just a great networking opportunity for the community here. And like I said at the beginning of the video, please go down into the description. Give all these folks a subscribe, a follow, buy a book, whatever you can do to support this amazing community. So yeah, thank you again, guys. I'm gonna head back home, and yeah, once again, thank you to everyone that watches these videos on a weekly basis. Thank you to everyone that comments, and a big shout out to the Patreon supporters out there. But I will leave you with a beautiful shot of Pinchot Lake, and I will see you next week for an all new adventure. Also, please go and check out Explore York, PA. They were the main supporter, the main sponsor of this entire weekend. So if you have an Instagram, go check them out. They do incredible work. Explore York, PA.